Hi, Runner Story family. This is Allison Gilliard with Runner Story, where every story needs to be heard. Making sure your stories get heard this month is our proud podcast partner of the month, and that is Fighting with Hope. We love Fighting with Hope. We believe in the cause. That is, if somebody that you know is fighting cancer, or if you yourself is fighting cancer, please reach out to Fighting with Hope and request a box. But guys, these boxes, they're more than chemo boxes. They're hope boxes. There's a reason why it's called Fighting with Hope. We never give up. Just like there's some hard days on the pavement, there's some really hard days in life, especially if you're fighting cancer. And so please, if you are in a small group, if you're in a run club, if you are in a bunch of girls that work out together or go have coffee together, please consider coming together and supporting a box, because supplies run low and they need supplies. And these boxes are at no cost to those that are fighting cancer. So join Fighting with Hope to help bring hope to others that are fighting for their lives. Check out fightingwithhope.com. You can also find out more about them on runnerstory.com. Oh, and what a story we have for you guys. I am so excited. I was so excited when Becca Pizzi said yes to this podcast. And I got to know Becca through our very own Mr. Steven Plakas. He's a legend around here. We love him. And I love Becca. Just absolutely incredible human being. Guys, she's an Ironman champion. She has her own 5K for a nonprofit. She loves the Boston Marathon. She is a two-time winner of the World Marathon Challenge. She holds the record at the North Pole Challenge. She just loves running, and she loves the World Marathon Challenge. She is also the race director for the World Marathon Challenge. Incredible, absolutely incredible. She's done all 50 states. That is her wisdom. One of the things I absolutely love about her is that Becca says to tell your run club your goals, that your run club is so important to you. And here is this incredible athlete who sees the importance and value of run club and community. I just love that so much. Also, guys, she is an author, and I cannot recommend this book enough for children, and it is Becca's Feet on Feet. If you have a little one that wants a little bit of inspiration, wants to learn a little bit, please go get Becca's Feet on Feet. You can buy that anywhere. And we're just so excited about this for you guys to hear for our community. Guys, she stops and high fives children. She talks about that moment for her that also happened. Guys, her goals, she says, should be scary, and you've got nothing to lose. Run for charity. Do more for your community. Signing up is the hardest part. To finish what you start. And to dig deep and stay patient. And that you will never regret a race or a run. And it's right, absolutely right. No matter what condition you're in, you're never going to have a bad run or a bad day on the pavement. So, Becca, you are so inspiring. You are absolutely precious. I am so honored to know you, and thank you for sharing your story. Becca's a very, very busy woman, and for her to take time for us was an incredible honor. So thank you, Becca. Thank you for your story. Thank you for what you're doing for the running community. You are so inspiring, my friend, and I cannot wait to see what else you do. You are just legendary. So thank you, Becca, and thank you for sharing your story. All right, guys, lace up those running shoes, get ready, get set, and go run with my friend Becca and her run story. Well, thanks, Becca, for joining us on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
So excited. So I just want to briefly let people know that, first of all, you are the niece of one of our own legendary runners in our community, the Steven Plakas. Like, we love him, the GOAT, adore that man, who will not come on the podcast yet. And now, after interviewing his niece, I don't know that he ever will.
Yeah.
So,
he's the best. He took me to my first race ever.
Get out of Dodge.
One of my first races. Yeah, it was a turkey trot. So we have so much fun together.
I could only imagine. Oh my goodness. And then also, you're an Ironman World Champion. You have your own 5K that you do.
I do.
And you hold the world record at the North Pole Marathon. And you are a 2-time winner of the World Marathon Challenge. Yes. And you've written a children's book. So, that anything else we know about Becca?
I've run a marathon in all of the 50 states. I've run 21 consecutive Boston marathons. My favorite is the Boston Marathon. And I've run all the world majors. So it's just been an incredible running journey. But my daughter is 17 years old and she's in high school. So she graduates this year. And That's my pride and joy, my daughter.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow, Becca. Just incredible. So how did we get here? How did you become this Ironman world champion, this winner of the world marathon? You hold a Guinness Book World Record, all the things. Like, what is your run story? Like, how did you begin this?
I started running when I was 6 years old. My dad took me to my first race in my hometown of Belmont, and I crossed the finish line, and I thought that was so much
Mhm.
fun. And I ran in elementary school and then through middle school, high school, and college, and I just never stopped. I was always looking for new goals, and I really love that it's taken me around the world.
Yeah, literally around the world.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. Let's talk a little bit. So, what was it like to win the World Marathon Challenge? And for those that don't know, you run 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents.
Yeah, I had a shot at making history, be the first American female to do it.
Wow.
And I thought, this is awesome. This is so cool doing what I love. And it's going to be an awesome way to show my daughter and her friends you can do anything you put your mind
Mm.
to. And it just went viral. People were like, whoa, 7 marathons, 7 continents, 7 days, starting in Antarctica, running the marathon on a glacier, which is ice. And I'm going to follow this. This is cool. So I put in a lot of hard work and training and set my mind to win it, and I did, and it was awesome. It was like being on all 7 continents over 7 days was it was very cool. It was really fun for me. I love to run and I love to travel and I love the ultimate test of endurance and strength, so I felt like I was born to run this race.
Wow. That is absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm just over here trying to grasp the mindset around it. Okay. We're in
Yeah.
awe of your uncle because he'll run London and then he'll go run Boston or
Yeah.
whatever. And we're like, okay, does he ever take a break? And then when you meet somebody that has done 7 marathons, 7 days, 7 continents, you're like, that one, the time change got to be
Yeah.
crazy. But then your
Yeah.
recovery, you're on a plane.
Right. And he's so fast, like, Uncle Steven is so fast too. It's not like he's just completing these marathons, he's burying them. He's running them in
Yeah, it's
3:20,
insane.
3:30.
Yeah.
It's wild, it's just crazy.
Yeah. I was like, man, that's got to be some great family genetics.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so you became a marathoner. So then where was that point where you're like, I'm going to get into triathlons and I'm going to go and I'm going to compete at the world championship
Yeah.
for Ironman?
Yeah, so I was finishing the 50 states, like the marathon in all the
Hmm.
50 states, and I was thinking like, what would be really cool to do next? What's the next goal that I really would like to do? And then I came across the Ironman. My friend was training for one, Sean, and I'm like, well, all right, that's cool. I'll help him train and I'll get a bike and I'll see what. And then I had an invitational to Kona Ironman World Championships, and you don't turn down Kona. So I was like, yeah. Okay. So I did an Ironman, half Ironman before that, not another Ironman before that, just to be sure that I could get it done. And I am addicted to the training. It's 21 hours, 20 hours a week and run, bike, and swim. And I really enjoy the training. Sometimes it's an absolute
Hmm.
grind to run 7 days and bike 3 days a week and swim 3 days a week. But I actually enjoy it. I really love the training, which sounds crazy, but I don't know. It keeps me busy, helps me sleep at
Hmm.
night, and I enjoy it. And I love Kona, Hawaii. I love going there. It's Hawaii. It's really hard. The race is really hard because not only are you fighting the run, bike, and swim distances, which is 2.4 mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and then a marathon, but you're fighting the elements of Hawaii, which is humid and hot, and the waves are really tough and the bike's windy. It's hard. But you know that going into it in your training, so it's pretty awesome.
Wow. So how did your own 5K come to be?
Well, so the community of Belmont, which is right outside of Boston, was so good to me. They just threw me a town parade, and all of the school, like they buy my books and they support me, and they really show up hard for me. And
Mm.
when I run to the parents and the kids in this town, they're like, "What are you up to next, Becca?" And they follow it and wish me luck and everything. And so I thought it would be really cool to give back to the community. How can I do that? And I was like, what if I had a 5K and a kids fun run that's up to a mile? That would be awesome. So I started doing the it was on its 10th year last year, and we've given $100,000 in scholarships to graduating Belmont High School seniors, and it makes me feel really good, definitely.
Absolutely. Oh, and what a joy for them to see this local
Yeah,
legend and
yeah,
getting to run one of her races. Like, that's
yeah.
amazing.
That's what we say. I'm like, come and they show up so hard. We cap it down at 500 runners, and it fills up pretty fast, and it's awesome. It's a great way for the community. Good day for the
I
community.
love that. So now let's transition into becoming an author. So, how did this book come to be?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I was like, what else can I do? Like a golf tournament. I don't really know anything about golfing. What else could I do? Huh? And then I thought, what about a kid's book? That would be pretty awesome to go with the 5K to go. And then all of those proceeds go to my foundation. So that's pretty cool. So I started doing, right. I teamed up with Mascot Books, and we got a plan together to write a book. And that I really love. It's been sold in all 50 states, and it's been on all 7 continents just floating around, and it's great. It's another way for me to give back to the community, and I'm definitely really proud of my book. My dad, who took me to my first race, I just said I'm missing a title, and he was like, "What about Becca's Feet on Feet?" And I'm like, "Yo, that's awesome."
Oh,
So we went with that. Yeah, so that was pretty awesome, and yeah, it's been a great day. Yeah,
Becca.
it's been fun to watch.
Oh, just
Yeah.
a not only an incredible athlete, but just a human being that's like, I see a need, I want to fill that need, and I want to
Yeah.
inspire at the same time. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it feels good to when I became the race director of the 7 marathons, 7 continents, 7 days, the World Marathon Challenge, and to place the medals around all of the runners' necks is so rewarding. It just is so powerful because I've been in those shoes before too, and finding their whys and their reasons and their that's my new favorite thing. So race directing the World Marathon Challenge has been really fun.
Okay. So I love how you just dropped that nugget there. How
Yeah.
how did that come to
Easy.
be? Like, how did you go
Okay.
from running it and owning it to
Yeah.
being like, I'm now the race director?
Because of the 5K that I've had for so many years, the owner, Oliver Wang, he lives in California. He's like, "Would you be interested in running it again?" And I said, "No, I'm done running it." But he said, "How about race directing it?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah, that would be awesome. That would be really fun." And still get to travel, still get to be on all the continents. And I thought it would be really cool to place the medals around these runners' necks.
Mm,
And it was an unbelievable journey. It's just been really fun. So we leave this January, end of January, to do it again, and I'm psyched.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Logistically, how hard is it to do this? Like
It
as
is,
an
there's a lot.
RD?
Yeah, it's definitely you're on the course for 7 hours and making sure that it's really important to me that I'm placing each medal around the neck and making sure that all the permits are in and making sure that everyone has exactly what they need to finish it because I understand it. I've been in their
Mm.
shoes. So hydration and food and making sure that everyone's healthy and everybody finishes is really important to me. So logistically, it's a nightmare. But we have an incredible team. Run Bunk owns it, is tour operating company, and he puts the dream team together and we get it done for the runner.
That is okay. So, from an athlete perspective, but also as an RD, what does
Yeah.
recovery look like on the plane? Because you also have to
On
recover too.
Oh, yeah, for sure, and that's the thing is on the plane, you're really getting up every couple of hours and walking the plane and making sure you're hydrated and doing all the things you need to do to recover and get ready for the next race. So even as a race director, it's getting some sleep and walking the plane and making sure that you're not cramping
Sure.
and
Wow.
yeah.
Man, what is your favorite continent to be on?
Definitely my favorite continent is Antarctica because it's Antarctica and you're like, you fly in on a cargo style plane that lands you on ice and it's the blue runway. It's wild. I love it. We have so much fun. And that's been awesome. That's been really incredible. And I can't believe every single time I've been to Antarctica 4 times, and every single time I'm like, I cannot believe I'm here. What a dream to be in Antarctica. Definitely my favorite. I really like Dubai. I really love all of the
Hmm.
places we go to. Australia is always a hoot. They're so much fun there. They're on the ground waiting for us and they're just cheering us on. And we ran the racetrack of Madrid and that was awesome where the cars race
Mm.
and that was quite an awesome experience. So yeah, it's been really fun.
That is, I cannot believe that Antarctica is your, but that's also like you own that one. That is your
Yeah,
baby.
my baby. Definitely the hard. It's definitely the most mentally challenging because the elements are tough. But being from New England, the Boston area, we run in everything.
Mhm.
So that's the thing. This kind of race, you've already run in all of the weather elements. So that's not a problem.
Wow. Oh man, absolutely incredible. Okay, so from a running perspective and also as an RD, there's got to be some lessons that you've learned from running. Do you mind sharing some of those?
No, yeah, so that's a good point. People are always like, "What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?" And I think it's most important to believe in yourself.
Mm,
And the biggest challenge is in this type of race or any thon or any race that you do is just to stay patient. Because running's tough.
yeah.
And when runs don't go your way, you just reevaluate and regroup and try and figure out what went well today, what went wrong today, and just stay patient. You're going to have some runs that are just horrible. And so you just shake it off and try again in the next one and just keep showing up and stay patient and you'll go really far and keep your goals. Every single race I go into, I have two goals. Like one is an A goal that I hope to hit. And then I have a backup goal that I shoot for just in case A goal's not going as well as planned. You guys have that run club and I have a run club and I rely so heavily on them. I tell everybody what I'm doing, everybody what I'm up to and tell them I need the support and help. And they do. They show up hard for me and I show up hard for them. And having the community of runners, it means a lot.
Oh, absolutely. And I love how you said that. You share that. And it could be for some people, even thinking about a marathon right now, they're like, oh no, I can never do this. But if you tell your group, hey guys, I'm going to
Yeah.
train for this marathon, then they're going to show up for you.
Totally. That's so true. They will show up so hard to support you and your goals. And I love that. And so we travel for each other and I travel for my friends' 100-mile races and I travel for you show up for each other.
I love that so much. I could only
Mhm.
imagine being in your run club. I could only imagine being
Yeah,
like, what is Becca's goal
it's
this week, guys?
yeah. And what's crazy is I'm not even the craziest in our run club. Like these guys are doing like ultra marathoners or running super fast times, and I just can't make my way in. But it's really fun because somebody's always up to something.
That's
Which is always someone's always doing something. Yeah.
I love that. I'm not even the
Yeah.
craziest. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Even the top 5 craziest in my run group, and it's so much fun.
That is great. So
Yeah.
I have to know, what has been your favorite? I mean, you did mention the Boston being your
Yeah.
most favorite. Is that because it's hometown? This is your
It's
area? What makes it
you
your favorite race?
both. It's like I grew up watching it, and when I grew up watching it and high-fiving the runners, my grandmother used to take me, and I used to high-five the
Stop
runners,
it.
and
Oh,
this is like the back of the pack, and I thought I was a superhero for getting, like, a high five from somebody running, and then I was like, "They high-fived me, I'm never washing my hand again," and I remember and so every single time a child has their hand out in a marathon, I don't even care what pace, I stop and I high-five them, and because I was that child, and that's Boston, I it's so historic. It is so rich in history, and it's always an honor to be at the start of the Boston Marathon. And so I feel very lucky and fortunate. And it's just like I get to run for Team Hoyt, even though I qualify, I still choose to run for Team Hoyt, and they're my inspiration and my why, and I love them. We have a real fun time running it, and it's Patriots Day. There's nothing I'd rather be doing on Patriots Day than running the Boston Marathon. It's been my favorite.
oh, that is absolutely amazing. Oh, okay. Is there been a race that you're kind of like, not really my favorite, or I want to go back and redo?
Yeah, so there's been a couple. I went to Fargo and that was like so different and unique. We went and Uncle Stephen was there. We went to the like it was cool. It's a cool marathon, just a different experience being in places like that. New Hampshire was a little dull. I remember it was very cold and eerie. And so I have some favorites. Like Vegas was my absolute one of my favorites. It was so much fun. Cher sang the national anthem. It was like, what better finish line than Vegas? It was awesome. And then some other favorites were Jackson Hole, Wyoming was my 50th state. So the race gave me bib number 50. And I had 50 friends and family there to support me and watch me finish the marathon. And I won the marathon.
What?
And yeah, so I crossed the finish line. My husband was holding the finish line tape with my dad, and my daughter ran through the finish line with me. So it was like a fairy tale ending, truly. So that's really got to be my top favorite. But every single one of the 50 states in the world majors, they each have their own little story.
Mm,
So there's not a time when I was like, I really wish I didn't go there.
mm.
but I have favorites for sure.
First of all, I'm just in awe of you. I told you before this podcast that we've started the interview that like I've become this big fangirl of yours
Thank
because
you.
I'm in awe of not only, again, the athlete, but the human being that you are. And I am one of those back of the pack racers. So I'm not going to be the overall finisher, but I love cheering for my friends that like when we get done and they place, like, of course, Uncle Steven, he places all the time. And you're just like, yes, let's go. He's so fun to be around. And you just can't help
Yeah.
but be around the people. And it's not because you're fast or you're an elite athlete. It's because your hearts are so daggone big that you're just
Yeah.
like, I just love being around this person. They're so full of light. They're so full of love. And they just give back to the community. And you just can't help but cheer for them. So I love that one. I love what you said. No matter your pace, no matter how a race is going, you're going to go high five a kid
Yes.
because of what was given
Yeah.
to you. I
Yeah.
love that so much. And then I love for you for the 50th that your family got to be not only there, but also part of your finish.
Yeah, that was huge for me. That meant a lot to me. I cried the whole time, and that really meant a lot to me. And I knew that it would be hard to finish the 50 states because it's been such a huge part of my life. And that's why I got into the Ironmans. But what a ride. It's been so much fun.
I love that so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to shift a little bit here. I don't even know how to ask this question. What is, Stefan's going to ask it. What does a pre-race routine look like for you at your level, Becca?
For me, so I just race with my own personal goals. I try to run a marathon in under 3:05 every time. And so I travel, for example, I leave on this Thanksgiving, and I'm heading to China to run the Shanghai Marathon. And I get into LA. So I leave Thursday, I get into LA Friday, and from Friday I head on to Shanghai. So I get to the race Saturday, right, in Shanghai, and I race on. And so it's a very fast turnaround. And then I head home on Monday. So I race Sunday and head home Monday. But because I run 10 marathons a year, I'm not there for a week. I really am in and out. And so I've learned to adapt and travel quickly and almost not think about it. So I have to schedule my naps accordingly. I have to my sleep accordingly so I can sleep the night before. But I usually like check in at the hotel the day before. I'm like, where should I eat pasta? And they always do a really good job at telling me or having it delivered. And then as long as I get my pasta in, and I'll be okay. I'll be ready to go. So that's how it works. And I get up, I race, and then hang out with my friends for the day and then head home the next day. And they usually tend to stay for a week or so, and I'm heading home.
Because we got other things to do. We got
Okay.
another
Yeah,
marathon to run, baby.
yeah, and that's true. My daughter's graduating, and we're in the heart of it now
Mm.
with college days and everything. So applications and essays and all those things. So I don't want to be like, see you in a week, but maybe I'll be able to stay longer when she heads to college. I don't know. Or maybe I just won't want to. I just heading in and heading out.
You bring up such a great perspective. Also, like how you're a mom and you're trying to also balance that as you're trying to make it all fit. And
Right.
and having like my two are now in college and just graduated.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
really does change. Like you adapt to their college surroundings. Meaning, so I have my youngest at Bama, and I've loved getting to know the Tuscaloosa running community. Like
Oh,
I've
yeah.
loved getting to go up there and run, and we've made friends. And I have there's a running store up there, Wagner's, that I go up to. And you make that. And it's one of the joyous things because I'll text my daughter and be like, hey, I'm coming to Tuscaloosa. She'll be like, why? And I'm like, to see my friends. I don't even have to see you. I do.
Yeah.
I make time.
Yeah.
But it's just
Yeah.
because you're like, okay, I want to know what my child is experiencing. I want to know her surroundings. And of course, running on their college campus, you're just like, wow, it's like absolutely extraordinary. And it's just a time to
Right.
reflect while they're there. And you're like, this isn't just your journey, but it's part of mine too, because, dang, I brought you into this world. I want to figure out, I want to make sure you're okay. And changes the way that we run too, because I want to do this, but what race do they have in Tuscaloosa that I can go run? And
Right.
so I'm excited for you for that journey because that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm really excited about it.
You'll be running all over whatever college campus it is.
And I thought about that too. I'm like, whenever we go to visit colleges, I'm like, oh, what places can I go to what running stores are around? What paths are there and like, I really joked. I'm like, you can go to college anywhere in the world as long as I can bike there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As long as I can bike there, you can go there. If I, all right, 46 miles. Yeah, I got that.
112, I got that. No big deal.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that so much. So you mentioned that you're a pasta girl. Is there a certain, obviously you've eaten all over the world. So do you
Yeah.
have a favorite pasta then?
I really just like old fashioned spaghetti with grilled chicken and then some red sauce on top. That's just like my go to.
Hmm. So when you go to China,
I might have to do like rice and chicken. I don't know what I'm going to do there. So possibly rice and chicken.
okay. When you cross the finish line, you mentioned you hang out with friends, which again, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh, we have so much fun together.
I love that so much. Do you have a favorite meal that you can't wait to eat after you've finished?
Yeah, I always am craving some sort of like fried chicken dish with some french fries and yeah, some sort of a fried chicken dish I like.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know why. I crave it. Like I crave some like fry. I don't know why. I just crave it. I eat it like like whenever I am trained. Like I eat it because I'm working out so much. I don't like really. I'm not really the healthiest runner, so I'm eating whatever I can find. But I really like when I cross the finish line. It's usually I'm like, oh, let's go get some bar food and an iced coffee, like a Starbucks iced coffee.
Yes. That's my girl.
Yeah, like
I love that.
yeah, that's really my go-to. So
Okay, I'm just trying. So you're Massachusetts.
yeah,
Okay. How did you get on this fried chicken kick?
I don't know. Maybe Uncle Steven. I don't know. Good question. Like I don't know. I just really no. I just maybe because we don't have it a lot around here, Boston, a lot. So when I do travel, I can find it pretty easily.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to wrap my head around that one. I was like,
How do you do that? Yeah. Yeah.
you got me the iced coffee. That's my jam. I want a good coffee
Yeah.
shop.
Oh, yeah. Love it. I really love it.
Okay. I got to know, what is Becca's favorite running item?
Oh, so I really love my Garmin.
Okay.
I have a Garmin
Mhm.
watch and I really rely heavily on my Garmin just because it has all the data in it and I like to know my pace and everything like that. But Garmin is just my go-to. I have the 965 watch, I believe. And I use it for run, bike, and swim. So that's probably my go-to. And then my swim goggles I like a lot because inside the lenses you could read the screen, which is crazy. Like it tells you your pace and it tells you your time and it tells you everything. That's awesome too.
Yeah. Very nice. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask this question in two ways. Okay. Your favorite running shoes, but how did you run on Antarctica? Does that make sense?
And yeah, so I use a trail running sneaker. So I use Newton Running. They're based out of Colorado and they're just the best family oriented company. I don't know what I would do without their support, literally. And I usually run in Antarctica in their trail runners, which is windproof and waterproof. So that's helped me out a lot.
Whoa, that's cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're in the I was just thinking about how like you're in the snow and
Yeah.
it's different
Right.
elements to a
Ice.
shoe than what you normally.
Right. And it tends to be a lot like trail running, actually. And it's the conditions, it's like running on a beach.
There's a crunch and
Right. 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 Yeah.
you get a little, because you just said that they're waterproof. So obviously you would get, I guess I hadn't thought about that, that
Yeah.
the snow melts as you're running.
Right. Right.
Interesting. Okay. Very cool. And so then your regular road shoe, you're also in Newton's?
Yeah, I'm usually in a Newton Carbon sneaker that I really love a lot, or they have Distance and they have Faith. They have a great variety of running sneakers, and I'm always in their sneakers.
Dude, that's awesome. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just learned something
Yeah.
new. Okay. For your long run, which is probably every day, what do you like to fuel with? And like, how did you fuel for 7 days, 7 continents? How did you fuel that way as well?
I guess the most important thing is to keep up your hydration. So making sure that you're totally hydrated all the time, that's a big thing. And just sticking to what you're used to having, like rice and chicken, and you can pretty much find those on all continents. And then I like the goos a lot, which is those goo packets those are really my go-to for every single marathon. I'll have about 5 per marathon.
Oh, okay. Do you have a favorite flavor?
Pomegranate. The Roctane pomegranate has an extra kick of caffeine, so that's really my favorite.
So what we're hearing, Becca, is that you run on caffeine.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. In a nutshell, you can always find caffeine around me.
I feel that in my soul, girl. I feel that in my soul. Do you have a funny, crazy run story?
Tons.
Oh.
Yeah, but but not really anything that I'll be running and people are they're like planning out their weddings and they're planning out, they're very funny. Pick up on a lot of conversations or somebody getting a fight with their boyfriend or somebody will do something that, and that's always really funny to me. But mostly just hearing other people's conversations is really fun to me.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Okay.
Like just listening in, I'm like taking sides as I'm like running by and I'm like, oh, but that's really fun. But yeah,
You're like, you're right. That
there's
dude's
no
a jerk.
yeah, I'm like, I'll break up with him. Dude. And I'm like, or give him another chance, or that's you just get 2 seconds of a conversation as you're running. So that's been really fun in the 50 state journeys. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Becca, do you listen to music when you run or just simply people's conversations?
No, just conversations. When I race, I'm very much in the zone, so I don't really listen to music. But when I'm doing training, no, not really. I just like to kind of focus and take it all in. But I do love 80s music, though. 80s is my favorite.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's shift a little bit to recovery. Do you have a favorite recovery tool?
I go to core power yoga 3 days a week, so that's been really helpful to me. And just it's a lot of foot stretching and it's hot yoga too, so that helps with my recovery a lot. The hot yoga.
And so you're still swimming and riding the bike.
Uh-huh.
So do you incorporate that as part of your cross training?
Yeah, I do. That's definitely training for Kona Ironman, and then I also use that as cross training, and I think that definitely helps my fitness, and especially on the bike. The bike helps power my legs, and then the swim is pretty awesome because it's non-impact and you're just working really hard in the pool. So
I love a good swim workout.
yeah.
So anyone that's listening is like, wow, Becca is just like our Wonder Woman, just absolutely incredible. But let's say that somebody's new or they're wanting to expand their running appetite, meaning like maybe they do want to sign up for that marathon, but they're scared. Or maybe they're looking at the world marathon or the world majors or whatever it is, wherever they're at in their run journey. What is a piece of advice you would give them to get started?
Sign up. I think the hardest part is signing up, and your goal should be a little scary. So if you've never run, sign up for a local 5K. And if you're always thought about maybe I should run a marathon or maybe I could run a marathon, do it. You have nothing to lose and sign up for the marathon. But don't sign up for the marathon if you've never run a race before. Maybe start with a 5K, then 10K, then half marathon, then marathon. Or maybe you could start with a marathon, just depending upon your fitness and your goals. And always running for charity is an awesome idea. And you get a ton of support when you run for charity. So definitely sign up. Signing up is like the hardest part. And then you're like, oh my God, I signed up. How do I do that?
That's really good. Signing up is the hardest part.
Yeah, signing up is the hardest part.
So when you were in Antarctica and it was hard and there were moments that you were like, I'm tired, I want to quit. What is something that you tell yourself? Do you have a mantra or a pep speech, or are you like, nah, I just get my goo and caffeine and then I'm good?
Kind of a little bit of everything. Like when I go, I always finish a race. I finish what I start. So when I know it's at some point it's going to suck and it's going to hurt and it's going to be a long journey ahead, but I just regroup and figure out what I can do to get me through that next mile when things aren't going so well. Usually it's taking a goo or water or finding my reason why and realizing that I have my health and I'm able to do these things that I love. So it's usually digging deep and just dig deep and stay patient and you'll get through it.
Dig deep and stay patient. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. So you've done all these incredible things. Do you have goals for next? Like, I know you said you want your marathons to be under 3:05.
Yeah, I'd like to break threes in the next year. I'd like to break 3 hours in the marathon and give that an honest shot now that I finished the 50 states and Kona and all those things. I really would like to break 3 and see if I can do it. And then I'll always run Boston. You can always find me at the starting line in Boston. And that's my favorite one. And yeah, just chipping away more countries is fun. So I definitely would like to run Greece and Italy because I'm half Italian and half Greek. So I'd like to do those too. And yeah.
Okay. Something tells me that if there was ever a marathon in space, you would sign up for it.
Oh yeah, I'm there in a heartbeat. Like I joked to my husband, I'm like, what could go wrong? And he's like, what could go wrong in space? Everything could go wrong. And he's like, I'm drawing the line. It was so funny because I have joked with him about it before and he's stop it.
I love that.
he just knows I would do it. If given the opportunity by NASA or something, I would do it in a heartbeat. Of course I would. That would be so fun. But he was just laughing. You're crazy. You're crazy.
He said, I draw the line. You can go anywhere in the
Yeah.
world, but you cannot go
Yeah,
out of the world.
Yeah. You're not leaving this world to run a marathon. Like,
Well,
it's
yeah.
great. Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
your favorite length to run, whether it's race day or it's a training run? Do you have a secret sauce kind of mileage?
I always stick to 10 miles a day. I like to be at no less than 10 miles a day, but I do love those 20-mile runs where you're just burying the tempo part of it. And I like when I cross the finish line of a run or a race, I like to feel good. So I don't mind putting the work in.
And I would encourage people to go look at your videos at your social media because you do finish strong and you're like smiling. And I will also say this, you also run with other people. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I love learning about you, because yes, I did stalk you a little bit, was that you will put your goals aside and you will help push someone else. And that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I really love helping other people, other runners and in their journey. So I really love being part of their marathons and their journey and whatever it is that they're up to. And it makes me feel good about myself. So I'll always forfeit a race of my own to help somebody else if they need it.
Whew, that got me emotional, Becca. That's
Yeah.
I loved you recently helped your sister cross the finish line. So
Yeah.
what was that like for you?
She was on iron infusions in the hospital for a year. And so she's just faced an iron deficiency. So I know that was so frustrating for her. I know that we love to run in my family. And so being sidelined for a couple of years was really hard for her. So I said, when you're ready to make a comeback and ready to go for it, I'm with you every single step of the way. And of course, so it was really special to be able to be there for her. And we ran Beantown together and we had horrible conditions. And then after that, we ran Bay State and she just absolutely crushed it. And I caught her at the finish line and she was just so happy. And it was so good to give back to her because my family and I were very super tight. So to be able to support each other and help each other out was pretty awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh,
so good. Becca, when you're not running, what fuels you? What are you passionate about?
My daughter, she's the absolute best. We have so much fun together. So I just wait for her to come home like a puppy. Like I just wait for her to come home. And she's very busy senior. So she's doing all the things. Like she's got the best friends that I could ever dream of for her. And she's turning 18. So we're going to figure out some fun stuff to do for her 18th birthday. But I just like love hanging out with her and being part of her soccer journey. And she runs indoor and outdoor track. And I'm wicked excited about her future. And she wants to be a nurse. So she'll start shadowing this weekend in a local hospital. And I'm so excited for her future and really proud of her. So I'm always hanging out with her, looking for her.
Absolutely. I love that. It's definitely a different season when your kids are going off to college. And I completely agree. I love when my kids come home and I'm like, okay, what do? We have to pack it all in because I've got to soak in every moment I can with you because like you said, they're so busy and they're also juggling school and learning adulthood and all the things. And you're like, okay, well, what can I do to help you? And it's such a fun season, but also you're like, well, you're not home.
Right. You're never. Yeah. Right. That's she's never home. So when she is, I try to make the most of it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Becca, this has been so much fun. And I'm, again, such a fangirl, became even more of one as we were talking. So any final words of wisdom, my friend?
But it's just believe in yourself. And I always believe that you can do it and put the work in and tell your friends what you're up to and go for it. If there's ever a doubt, just sign up for it and you'll be very surprised and very happy that you did because I've never, ever regretted a race or a run. So it may not always go the way that I want to, and it may get ugly at sometimes, but every time I cross the finish line, I'm like, that was awesome. I can't wait for the next one.
Oh, Becca, I have learned so much from you and thank you for all that you do for the running community and thank you for your heart. And I encourage people to go get the book, especially as this will be coming out Christmas Eve. So if your kid did not get a good book, better to start the year than with Becca's feet. So yeah. Thank you, Becca, so much. And I cannot wait to see we follow you guys on social media for the World Marathon.
Thanks so much. Okay, keep in touch.
Absolutely. Don't you just want to be best friends with Becca now? Oh, absolutely amazing. Again, thank you, Becca, for sharing your story, for sharing your heart. I love how you even said in this story how you would rather sacrifice your own time to help somebody get to where they are, to cross that finish line, to help them reach their goals. That's what the running community is about. And Becca, when I think about running in community and what it all means, I instantly think of you. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for making such a difference that you're making in the running community. I just adore you. I became a huge fangirl, and I'm blown away that you took the time to share your story with us. So guys, if you aren't following Becca Pizzi, go follow her. And if you are in the Boston area, cheer her on when she runs Boston, and then go run her race, like her 5K. Absolutely phenomenal human being, and I'm incredibly thankful. An incredible family. And again, huge thank you to Uncle Steven for allowing us to connect. It's just absolutely incredible. And yeah, I'm kind of awestruck, not gonna lie. Pretty amazing opportunity to hear such an extraordinary story from an extraordinary person. So thank you, Becca. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for what you're doing to make the running community better. And speaking of making our community better, thank you to Fighting with Hope and for what you guys do, bringing hope in those boxes, bringing light in the midst of a dark chapter. And so guys, I cannot encourage you enough to go check out Fighting with Hope, sponsor a box, see how you can get involved. We love Fighting with Hope, and it's a pretty amazing nonprofit. So thank you, Fighting with Hope, for partnering with the stories this month and making sure that stories get heard, because our stories matter. They really do. Thank you to Gilliard Tech Services for all that you do. Guys, if you need a website, if you are dreaming big, or you're like, hey, I need to redo a website, go check him out at Gilliard Tech Services. He is the go-to. He is the GOAT. It's been so fun seeing all these people come and ask Ray for a website, and seeing their expressions when they get to see what he's created. They are just in awe. And so I cannot say enough great things about Gilliard Tech Services. He pours into the running community. He gives of his time for this podcast and for our website. So definitely check him out at Gilliard Tech Services. No dream is too big for him, guys. No dream is too big. To our Patreon family members, we love and adore you. Thank you guys so much for pouring into this running community, for pouring into Runner's Story. We would not be where we are without you. Thank you for believing in this podcast. Thank you for running alongside us. And we are incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. Guys, if you want to join this podcast, if you love this podcast and you love our mission, please become a Patreon family member. We'd love to have you join us. And to everyone who listens and shares and comments, thank you so much for sharing your story and listening to the stories and sharing them. We love that's how your stories get out there. And we're incredibly grateful and honored that we get to share every single one of them. So thank you guys for being part of Run Your Story and being a part of this incredible journey. All right, guys, until next time, go run your story, because every story needs to be heard.